Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm Katie Bain from Billboard Dance, and of course, we're here with Nastia, who is going to share, obviously, some information and reflections on a very difficult topic. So we really appreciate you being here to talk with us about what's going on. And I think maybe a good place to start is for you to tell us, for those of us who are less familiar, just about the Ukrainian scene and what is going on there that makes it special and unique.
Hello, everyone. It's Nastia. I'm from Ukraine, and thank you, everyone who stayed and who came for our talk. And yeah, shortly about Ukrainian scene is that I think the modern Ukrainian scene was born in 2013 when the Maidan revolution started, and we were not able to get international artists to perform in Ukraine, and that's how the resident DJs inside of the country became stronger, because they had an opportunity to release themselves and build up the scene. And because of Maidan and what was going on inside of Ukraine, everyone got so much united, and that was the key of how to build the healthy scene in the country. And so far, since that, until pandemic, we were building up, doing lots of festivals, bringing lots of artists, but our local artists always been on the same level as the international guests, so I've been proud of how it was going. And during pandemic, Ukraine was one of the hottest spots for clubbers, for clubbing tourism, because the whole Europe was shut down, well, obviously because of some reasons for the pandemic. But in Ukraine, we were keep on going, doing some parties, and some clubs were working, of course, with some tests and some restrictions. But we were able to keep on going this way. And Ukraine strongly got into the international club map. We've been, how to say, accepted and respected by the international scene, and it was a big part of it until Russian invasion. And so far, right now, our scene got collapsed. If in 2013 and 14 it got united around the idea to build it up, now the disagreements and not being able to unite properly, this led the scene into the division into the groups. So now the whole scene is going through some challenges. And we are not able to unite because lots of people who were acting and doing something for the scene, the part of this community left the country, they fled the country. So we all are spread around the world in the different parts. And of course, it's impossible to do anything about the scene itself because everyone is trying to manage himself first. And I think I'm the most active right now about what's going on in Ukraine. So
sure. Tell us about what the first few days of the invasion were like for you, your family, and then sort of your network of artist friends.
The first days when you have to flee your country, I think you all might understand what to do. Is like just pack your stuff and go, because it's the only opportunity for me to keep on working and be able to take care of my daughter and, being able to do what I do. So we fled, and my family stays in Ukraine. I'm the only one who left, me and my daughter. And I canceled some gigs in the beginning when I moved. But then me and my team, like my agency, we were thinking of what we could do. And we decided to keep on going with the schedule, which was planned like 6 months ago. I have my schedule gets busy like 6-7 months in advance. So everything that I had for the last 2 months was planned last year. And to cancel those gigs will be a nightmare for us to reschedule, and also that is the only way I can live my life, keep on going, and you know. And I decided to keep on working and create a fundraiser for Ukrainian people who stayed in Ukraine. So I was doing this fundraiser for the last 1.5 months. I've collected 45k euros, together with 50% of my fees on top of what people donated. So it's like all of the gigs that I'm doing right now, 50% I'm giving to donations in Ukraine. I'm doing it directly to Ukraine because the international fundraisers, I'm not sure if 100% of those money go into Ukraine. So that's why I had to learn and study all of the fundraisers in Ukraine to see where I need to send the money. And so it's like 100% they are there and used in the purpose. So, my move. Most of the people, they didn't understand. I got a lot of hate and judgment in the beginning of March when I announced my fundraiser and my tour, because I think the problem is that people think that DJing is about having a party, having a fun, and like it's just, people don't accept it as a profession. So people think that it's for 17 years I'm just having fun around, they don't think that DJing is a real profession, and I think it's a problem in our community, and I clearly realized that because how you can think that DJing, when you're doing it for 17 years, is just for having fun. I'm serious artist, doing my job professionally. I have contracts. I have, payments in advance and stuff like that. So I think it's my job. And the best you can do right now, if you're Ukrainian, you need to keep on going, doing something, spreading the truth, donating your fees, and also keep on supporting the economics inside of the country, because I'm paying the taxes in Ukraine. So as much money I do and send it to Ukraine on my account, I'm going to pay taxes from that. It's also a good thing, So the whole thing about what I'm doing and what other Ukrainian artists are doing, I see Vitaly is here also, Spartak. What we are doing, we are keep on going just to support our country the way we can. This is the only way.
And what has the electronic music community done that has impressed you to also support? Or has anything about the sort of global community's reaction been surprising to you or stuck out to you?
Yeah, I think I got surprised by few things in our international community, because everything what I do and my colleagues from Ukraine are doing, we see a lot of support, and we see how the whole world got united about what's going on in Ukraine. We appreciate all help from the governments, from you, from the normal people, regular people, and other artists who are helping us to spread the truth. Like there are some international artists who've been supporting Ukraine, doing some posts and actions, and helping, like compilations, donations, and stuff. But there is also a big problem about Russian artists who I think will be great to have support from them and to clarify their position about what they think of what the government is doing right now. Because it's not about politics. I have so many comments saying, don't bring politics into the music. Like music has to stay out of politics. Yes, but war is not only about politics, it's about people dying, innocent, like civilians. It's more about humanity. I mean, how you can keep on silence if there is something wrong is going on in the world is not about politics at all for me. because I see lots of news where people like you, like me, are struggling because they are being unluckily in Ukraine at that moment, in that particular place, and they have to stay in shelters for months, and they don't know if they're gonna get out alive. So it's not about politics, it's about humanity. And what I want to say is not, of course I want Russians, particularly Russian artists, speak out, because we need their support, and their people in Russia also need to support from leaders to see that someone is not tolerant with what Russia is doing in other countries, because Ukraine is not the first country where they invaded and helped separatists and this stuff. So now it became a bigger scale that we experienced in this century, and I think it's time to just tell to your government that it's wrong and support those innocent people. Doesn't matter which nationality it is, just support civilians, and help them out to go through it. And also your Russian community, which stays in the country and also struggle because they cannot do anything about it, So that's my point about it.
And given your position and how vocal you've been, you've kind of become a symbol and a leader in sort of the, this important topic. What has it been like? Do you feel like you're being more watched? And what do you feel like you have to do in terms of being careful and sort of honing your message in a moment where there are a lot of eyes on you?
I'm absolutely not careful about what I'm doing. I'm absolutely direct and frank, and I cannot stand any kind of games in this mess, because the war is the moment of everyone's life who's taking the masks off, and I'm as real as I am right now in what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And of course, it's not easy to be a leader of the scene and represent my country talking, because what I'm doing is a big responsibility. And whatever I say, whatever I do, people keeping an eye on me, and I need to be careful to represent my country in a good way, but I don't want to be careful about saying the truth and showing the real stuff about what's going on. This the way that everything that Russia is doing in Ukraine is a nightmare, and it's hard to see it. You don't want to watch it, you don't want to scroll it, you don't want to see it in your feed, but it's something that is happening, and you cannot avoid it, or otherwise you're gonna live in your created illusion world, which is it's kind of escaping reality, So you need to be brave to show it and to see it as well. So, and I don't know what to add on this. It's just, it's quite heavy. It's quite heavy. It's like, because every day you have a choice what to watch your favorite pop star or going through the news about Ukraine. So I really appreciate all those people who are keep on liking and commenting the post that I'm doing, and I think I'm the biggest voice of Ukraine right now to talk about it. I'm doing it daily. You're not gonna find anything about entertainment in my feed for the last 2 months, just a couple of posts to let people know that I'm still alive, I'm still there, and I'm still who I am. But mostly it's like 90% is about the war in Ukraine, and you always can unfollow me and say, I don't want to see it anymore. So I appreciate all of those people who keep on doing it, and not afraid to be aware of this new world that we are going through right now.
Yeah. And in terms of you taking action and showing it, I know that there's a documentary being made about what's been happening, and we have the trailer here. So if we could cue it up, you guys can take a look at what she's been working on and what they're making.
At 5:30 in the morning, Uliana woke me up with the phone in her hands and saying like, Mom, Dad is calling. And he was screaming like, Nastia, please, the war has started. You need to go right now. And it's just like this, and you're already in a different reality. You don't know if you're gonna be at this city or this place, if you're gonna see it in the same way that you see it right now. You just need to go and you go. To do nothing is not a solution. So the best thing we'll do is to start fundraiser. As more gigs I do, as more money I make to donate, this is my mission. It's small, but it's something.
If I close my eyes, I would see videos and pictures that I was going through during the day, and then I will open my eyes and see thousands of people partying.
Keep that hope alive.
I'm still alive, I'm in with myself, but sometimes it's just a little bit crazy. For the last month, my reality is changing, and because I am emotionally unstable and all of this mess is going on, if you do something wrong and I see it, I'm gonna speak out about it. Yeah, today I'm gonna meet Uliana, my daughter. I haven't seen her since almost 1 month. I miss her voice. I really want to touch her, you know, like just to be able to grab her and cuddle. She's a beautiful person. Every good parent, you always having thoughts that I did it wrong. Sometimes I'm choosing myself, and later I will always pay for that.
Thank you for giving us a sneak peek of that. Yeah. And so, obviously, you're under an extraordinary weight in horrifying circumstances. What is giving you strength right now to go out and do what you're doing?
When you are in this kind of situation, you don't think. I mean, I don't think. I just do what I feel. It's like turning my social media into the news channel was also coming out naturally. I woke up one day in Amsterdam. The second day I arrived to the city after fleeing the country in the Ukraine, and I just was like scrolling the news, and I thought like, wow, this is, people need to see it. And I started to collect the material from different channels that I'm following in Ukraine, and do my own selection just to show to the people how it looks like, because it looks very surreal because I haven't seen it in the real, and I'm seeing it only in the news, but I know how my country looks like. And to see the change, the destroyed houses and cities and all of these shelters and explosions is giving me goosebumps, and I just want to save it in my feed as a history, as a part of my life as well. And maybe this will make sense for others to find out the alternative information from all of the media that you have in your countries. Because I'm an international artist, it's a big channel, and I want to share with you different kind of information on my own choice. And I mean, you just need to do it. I'm just doing it. It's not like I'm thinking or analyzing or I have a strategy. No, it's just today I woke up, I feel like this, I'm doing this. Like whatever my post is about this moment. And at one point people were asking me like, why you are not afraid to lose your audience because you're doing this, and maybe they didn't want to see it or whatever, or they disagree with you and stuff. I don't care about if you like to follow me with this like new reality or not. I'm just doing it because it's my life, you know? And I'm just offering, and you decide if you want to support it or not. Or if you want to see it or not also, so just like that.
And what can the dance music community do to support you and then the situation at large? I think that we're all here because we care. What would you have us do if we can?
You know, anything you can do is already something. Sending support messages to Ukrainian artists, giving donations, spreading the news, coming to some charity events, organizing some conferences or given the house to Ukrainian refugees. Doesn't matter what you do, it depends on your own possibilities and the way you want, like the level of the share that you want to give and you make. So I think that anything that you're doing about Ukraine is helpful. The worst thing about it is the silence. Silence is a tolerance to the war. And this is the worst thing you can do. So even if you're talking about Ukraine and you are watching the news or you are having time with your friends and you are, exchanging opinions about it, it's already, we keep on information like alive. There is a flow. Because every day I wake up and I'm doing my post about war in Ukraine, I'm afraid that it will become like a currency exchange news every morning while you have a breakfast, something normal. It shouldn't be normal. It's every day is harder to get attention on Ukraine because people get tired or people get used to it. So it's hard to keep on going in this way and get support, less comments, less reactions, unfollows and stuff like that. I understand, but if we all unite and we all support each other, because honestly, I think I was doing wrong before the war has started, because I think I haven't done enough for the war in Palestine, for the mess in Colombia last year, it's my own experience, and I can tell you right now that you care less unless it's coming to your house. So when I'm doing my posts, sometimes I'm posting destroyed apartment and I'm saying this could be yours or it could be mine, because it's real. And no one, with what Russia is doing right now, no one can feel safe in this world until we stop it, So this war is not only about Ukraine. If you think it's about Ukraine, no, Ukraine is in Europe. If we're gonna lose this war in Ukraine, they're gonna continue keep on going, they're gonna come to other countries, to Moldova, to Romania, to Baltic countries, because we are fighting not for only our country, we are fighting for the freedom of the whole Europe and for the humanity of the whole world. So how you can do nothing about it? That's my answer.
Yeah, and we are out of time, and I know you have a plane to catch. So thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
thanks.
We really appreciate it. Thank you.